What up, yo? Frank 5D with a few stories on the rap scene weekly wrap-up. The hip-hop world is still reacting to the murder of the rapper Takeoff, 1/3 of the group Migos from Atlanta, who was tragically shot in a Houston, Texas bowling alley after an altercation broke out after a party. Him and his uncle Quavo, who was with him at the time of the shooting, just released their debut album as a group, only built for Infinity Links, following the breakup of the Migos. 2 others were taken to the hospital after the shooting, with initial reports being disproven that Quavo was one of the victims shot as well. The 2 just hit drink champs, and Takeoff spoke about getting his flowers now rather than when he's not here to smell them. Rappers, athletes, film, and television stars, and everyone in between are paying respects through social media and their personal platforms. While the world races to do some detective work to find out what actually happened, let's not lose the fact that we took another senseless collective L. It's come out that Takeoff was allegedly taken from us by a business associate of Quavo's who's very familiar with the family. More videos been released of the man holding what looks like a gun in his pocket as Quavo argues just moments before shots ring out. As of writing, he's not turned himself in despite being contacted by police as a person of interest. Fuck that code y'all love to speak on. We gotta hold people accountable for this shit. It's definitely a bigger conversation to be had, but it won't change the fact that there will be no more music from him. No vibes, no culture, no Takeoff. Make it make sense. Every revelation from this story makes it sound worse and worse, and we want to give condolences to his family, friends, and fans and say rest in peace to Takeoff. Just goes to show that even with money, power, respect, and fame, ain't nobody safe out here. And Will Smith is opening up more and more about the slap heard around the world. TMZ's posted a video of the legend speaking about the support he received from none other than arguably the greatest boxer ever, Money Team Monarch Floyd Mayweather Jr. Big Willie style infamously fake slapped comedian Chris Rock during the Oscar ceremony and talked about Floyd reaching out to him during the fallout from his award show performance. In the video, Floyd is present in the room, expressing his approval and appreciation for Will's words, stating that the champ called him for 10 straight days, reminding him that Will is the real champ. I remember him playing Ali, and he didn't quite punch Chris, but whatever. The comments were made at the screening for his new film Emancipation. It's clear, though, he's still looking for a bit of redemption. The heads are talking about one NBA YoungBoy's musical achievements. His latest project, Ma I Got a Family, debuted at number 7 on the Billboard 200, which gives him the lead over Jay-Z for most entries on the chart, with 25 as Hov sits at 24. Hov still has the most number 1 placements, though. In fact, YB is up on a few legends like Pac, Future, Nas, Lil Wayne, Game, Cube, and a few others. It's quite an accomplishment when you consider his age and time in the game, but honestly it's expected when you release as much music as he does, with a loyal fan base. He's up to 6 mixtapes so far this year and states he plans to release 10 in 1 year, so look for him to move up on the ranks sooner than later, but for now, shout out to Top and congratulations on overtaking Jay-Z for the most Billboard 200 entries. And people are also talking shit about the legend Bow Wow. Yes, he is a legend as he sets his sight on a stint in the AEW Wrestling Federation, I guess. He took a rejection on Twitter after proposing a date with the TBS champion Jade Cargill, posting, "After my first win, I just want to take you out somewhere." She responded with a "You can't afford me, Bow. Thanks, but no thanks." He may or may not really have wanted to put her in a submission hold, but he eventually respected the curve. We know what this is and can't wait to see Bow in the squared circle to face off against her associates or even possibly her. The L doesn't come from the curve, rather his response to it, bringing up her age and talking about how long he's been making money. Always a bad look after the curve. Sucks cause they would have made one hell of a couple for us to talk about. Fresh off his iconic Hitler Wears Hermes mixtape series, Westside Gunn spoke on Conway the Machine's Griselda contract woes he talked about earlier this year. Conway admitted that he didn't read his original contract and it wasn't in his favor, but that wouldn't change him flying the Griselda flag that he helped design and raise. The fly guy Westside explained that they are family and that any financial disagreements they had are behind them now. Gunn and the Machine are in fact actually brothers, and we should expect no less than brotherhood from Griselda, including their actual cousin Benny the Butcher. He added that people need to stay out of family business and that people love negative narratives like family disagreements. I can't ignore the similarities of that and the Migos breakup where everyone needed to know why. Just know that Griselda is forever and can't be stopped. Legendary hip-hop group Smith & Wesson visited Math Hoffa's Expert Opinion podcast and got into a heated back and forth with co-host Sean Bigger. The duo was asked about when they infamously went west to work with Pac during the fabled East Coast-West Coast beef in the mid to late 90s. Bigger straight up called them traitors for being a part of the union that was needed at the time, telling them that he didn't understand but gets it now as an older man. They argued over an interpretation of Pac's lyrics on Hit 'Em Up, and things got pretty heated as General Steele explained that he got to the land and met a Pac that was more like a brother to them, instead of some East Coast hating dude. Smokey Lie then got up, and the two almost made up, even hugging it out before things escalated again through strong language and finger pointing. He chimed in with his disapproval of the back and forth over Pac lyrics, and it just went downhill, with the math eventually cutting the cord on the conversation. The whole thing is tense, and it's crazy that 20 years later, the lore can drive those who are involved to these states of excitement. Bless up. We got confirmation of 2 festivals returning for 2023. J. Cole's Dreamville Festival will be returning to Raleigh, North Carolina on April 1st and 2nd next year. The annual event is known for generating business and commerce opportunities from damn near every county in the state, as well as great lineups, which they state will be announced early in the new year. Also returning next April is Pharrell's Something in the Water Festival in his home city of Virginia Beach. The event started in 2019 but was canceled in 2021 before showing up last year in Washington, D.C., which brought Clips together on stage for the first time in over 10 years. Passes go on sale November 5th, and we can't wait to hear who will be joining Skateboard P this time around. It's only the beginning of what should be plenty of hip-hop festival announcements in the near future as we roll into end of this year. Stay tuned. And speaking of Pharrell, the incomparable producer revealed that he has a record in the works with K-pop supergroup BTS. He stated in a Rolling Stone interview with BTS member RM that his new album will probably be called Friends with a PH. Admitting he may be talking too much, he said they have a record on the album and that everyone who hears it is like, whoa. That's not hard to imagine, as Pharrell has had his finger on the pulse of what the next sound in music is for nearly 30 years now. The team up with what is one of the most influential groups in the world today only seems apropos, as he's more than used to blending and even jumping genres. We can't wait for Friends, or whatever it's going to be called when it drops, and we salute and appreciate what Pharrell's done for the culture in general. Guess that's a decent segue into new music. This week we got singles from NLE Choppa, who dropped Ice Spice. NLE is also featured on a new Macklemore record, Faithful. Brockhampton with Big Pussy. Vado released Fast Life featuring Dave East. Spot 'em Got 'em with Block Got Hot. DCG Brothers with The Biggest, and 38 Special with Harry Fry featuring Stove God Cooks with Special. Not much on the full project front because of course we got the Drake and 21 Savage collab, Her Loss. But Boldy James and Future Wave also dropped their dope-ass collab, Mr. 1008. Lecrae dropped Church Clothes 4. Blue came with Tantra, and R.A.P. Ferreira released his stylistic project 5 to the Eye with Stars. A lot of good shit for your playlist, so load up. Logic is making headlines for a heartwarming moment he shared with social media. He posted a video of himself handing a drum kit to his 2-year-old son Bobby in his first introduction to the art of producing. Logic instructs his son on which pads to hit, showing him the colors, and teaching him a little cadence and how to begin making magic with the caption, "I'm teaching my son how to make beats." We're sure he already has an idea about what producing looks like, as he's surely seen his dad at work in the lab doing what he does. Juicy J of 3-6 Mafia saw the video and jumped in the comments section writing, "Man, that's dope. Tell Lil Bobby I need a beat for my new album." It's good to see fatherhood showing up in hip-hop, and it looks like in Logic's case, the apple didn't fall too far from the tree. Can't wait for Bobby's first production. Chicago rapper Dreezy, who just won't stop scoring, announced her first fashion collab with True Religion. Her signature diamond collection will drop on November 9th, and she explained how her mother bought her a pair of the rap denim staple jeans when she was just a little Dreezy. Well, she's Big Dreez now, and we're proud of her constant elevation, as TRS has been involved with a few of her photo shoots in the past. She hit IG with the image spread, writing in the caption that she is just honored to be a part of the legacy. Dreezy's legacy continues to grow as one of the dopest female MCs in the game today. She recently bodied her Blessed freestyle, and we only look forward to more and more content and collabs from this talented artist. Word up, Dreezy. Newcomer Baby Racks has made the news for possibly the shortest time being signed to a label. 1017 label boss Gucci Mane tweeted this week, "Congratulations to Baby Racks 1017, first artist to get signed and dropped in a day. That dude is not signed to 1017. The action was in response to Baby Racks' comments about Houston following the unfortunate death of Takeoff, stating that he's not fucking with Houston and don't book him out there because he's not coming. After learning of his dropping from the label, he thanked Gucci for flying him out and for the check sent from Atlantic, then seemed to flirt with his free agency by tweeting some of Gucci's ops asking for a deal. Just another example of rappers' Twitter fingers putting their career in jeopardy. He's just getting started, so hopefully he lands somewhere that will help him blow as he was projected to do. A lot of birthdays over the week in the culture, so shout out to Willie D and Ad Rock who turned 56, Vanilla Ice who hit 55, Brother Love P. Diddy who turned 53, Pharoah Monch who hit the big 50, Sticky Fingers who turned 49, Nelly who hit 48, and R.I.P. Prodigy who would have done the same, the Rock Ness Monster Rock who turned 47, Inglewood's own Bishop Lamont and Big Country King who both hit 44, and rest in peace to E Double who would have turned 40. Happy birthday and salute to all them and anyone we left out. And Meek Mill set the crowd off prior to the World Series Game 5 between his home Philadelphia Phillies and the Houston Astros. He opened the night performing his iconic Dreams and Nightmares, holding it down in his home city for the Fall Classic, which is a big look as Major League Baseball finally comes around to the hip-hop wave. Meek did his thing, then got a ride from the iconic mascot, the Philly Fanatic. Let's not forget that Meek could very well still be locked up right now if not for his 2018 release from prison, but instead he's out here living his best life, doing justice reform work and opening up for the World Series. Congratulations to Meek and keep rocking even though it's looking bad for them Phillies. Seems like anytime Meek does anything with sports, they lose. And finally, we first got reports of black media mogul Byron Allen looking to buy NFL franchise the Washington Commanders. Now it looks like Jay-Z is getting into the fray to buy the team along with Amazon billionaire Jeff Bezos. The two are rumored to be in a partnership to get the deal done that would value the team at a record-breaking $6 billion. Byron Allen or Jay-Z, there's never been a black owner of an NFL team, and the move would break barriers in the culture of the league. Jay got a lot of flack for his partnership with the NFL in recent years, but it was always clear that he was paving the way to be in the position when the opportunity came. A person of color buying the team formerly known as the Redskins is a PR play for the NFL as well, so expect it to happen as the world continues to reinvent itself. Thanks for watching, yo. All your projects is gonna flop if you don't like and comment and subscribe and rock the bells and follow the socials. I didn't make these rules, it just is what it is. I'm Frank 5D with the Rap Scene Weekly Wrap Up. Positive energy activates, constant elevation.